All right, guys. Second time is a charm, I hope. I'm going to try and get Russell in here to share with you guys some of the insights that he's done in the last 3 months to take his contracting business to the next level, his profits to the next level, his team to the next level, his time, and not only his time, but his employees' time to the next level. So let me see if I can bring in Russell and see what we can do here. So give me just a minute here and we'll see if we can do this Facebook Live again. We are determined to make this thing work. I just need to see if Russell is going to be coming in here. Basically, guys, while we're waiting for Russell, cross our fingers that he's actually going to be able to join and he's been informed, is he's been working really hard the last few years for a long time to try and maximize his profits with his contracting business. And one of the things that we need to do as far as contractors is bring our level of awareness to the next level. So, Russell's a very, very smart guy, but one of the things that they weren't doing was getting their level of awareness from a financial perspective as to what jobs to work on and which jobs that they need to put more focus and energy to maximize their profits. And as a matter of fact, he'll mention this when he joins, is over the last 3 years, he attributes about $300,000 in lost profits just by not having that level of awareness to where he wants it to be. So hey, Adam, how's it going, my man? So let me see here if I can add some people here. So, all right, so let me see here. I'm trying to get our friend to join. I'm not sure how we can do that. So, if we don't get this to work out, I'll go into some of the details of what's allowed Russell to have the progress that he's had. So, let me just see here. There's Tim, my man. How you doing, brother? Still, Russell says, still having issues, or am I looking in the wrong place? Russell, maybe go to the, let me just see here if I can get this working. All right, so bear with me, everybody. I'm going to try and do some messaging here with Russell. Let's see. I'm live now. And so thanks, everybody, for being patient. Let's see. All right, sorry guys about, hey man, how's it going, Tim? All right, so you know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna give you guys some insights as far as Russell. Looks like we're having a little bit of technical issues going on here in the Facebook Live. So one of the things that was going on with Kyle was that a few things I wanna go through with you guys is, number one, you need to understand where your profits are and where your profits aren't. If we don't have clarity of where we're making profits and where there's holes in our bucket of profit, it makes it incredibly difficult for us to try and identify the actions we need to take to actually move the business to the next level. The reality is that so many times when people are looking to improve things, number one, they focus way too much on the symptom. So, in Russell's case, it was, I want to make more profits. Well, not making enough profits, guys, is definitely a symptom. The reason that you might not be making profits is because of obstacles that are in your way right now that maybe you're not aware of, or maybe problems that are happening right now that you're not aware of. But not having enough profits is a symptom of those obstacles and those problems that are going on right now. So if we don't identify those things, if we don't get clear on, number one, where we're at, so let's just call this point A, and where we got to go, point B, and what's the obstacles preventing us from getting from A to B, then we just end up putting in more and more effort and we don't get the results that we want, okay? So one of the things that Russell was able to do was, when we started working with Russell, I mention this so often because it's such a core part of the process, is you got to start understanding your financials, guys. If you don't understand your financials, and I hope Russell is able to join. Doesn't look like he's getting informed for some reason. But anyways, I'll just keep going with this. Is if you don't understand your financials, guys, then you're not really getting clarity of what is going on with your business, okay? So when we look at the financials, I'm not going to give full financial training here today, but I'm just going to give you some insights. You need to know what your gross profit percentage is, everybody. You need to know what your net profit percentage is. Hey, so maybe I see Russell here is texting me here. So maybe he's on the wrong page. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna cover off these things, and then maybe I'll reschedule with Russell later on. So one of the things is, if you don't know what your current gross profit percentage is, number one, you're not going to know whether or not you're accurate to what you've been quoting. In other words, if your gross profit percentage, the percentage of profit that you make against sales, is, let's say, 30%, and you've been quoting jobs at 45%, well, look, there's a gap. There's something wrong there, right? There's a 15% gap. When it comes to different types of work that you do, if you don't look at how many resources or what resources it takes to do a certain type of job against those profits that you're making, the gross profit percentage that you're making, the problem with that is that you could be doing the same amount of work. Let's just look at a 1 month cycle. You could be doing the same amount of work doing a whole bunch of smaller jobs when, in essence, like in Russell's case, he was able to do some bigger jobs, get the same amount of revenue that he could with a fraction of the effort and the fraction of the time of the smaller jobs, and in essence make that much more profit. Okay, so you need to get to know your numbers, guys. And in Russell's case, hey Debbie, how's it going, love? Hey Brandon, hey man, Tara, good to have you guys on here. I guess we're missing the man of the hour, which is Russell. But anyways, so with that being said, one of the things he identified really quickly was that there's certain types of work that, yes, he was making some profit on, but it was only fractional against the amount of sales versus doing larger jobs with gaining that much more profit. Okay, so there's some key criteria you want to look at. You want to look at how much sales generates how much profit. Write this down, guys. In how much time? I'll say it again. Right? How much sales generates how much profit in what period of time? You want to optimize the hell out of that. Okay, you want to make sure that you optimize. That you're getting the most amount of sales with the most amount of profit in the shortest period of time. Okay, so now Russell has identified that in his case, and this isn't the case for everybody, in his case, doing medium size or larger jobs compared to a whole bunch of smaller jobs logistically, and from an effort perspective, hey Tara, is a way more profitable for him. As a matter of fact, he attributes that in the last 3 years, if he had to, taken this approach, he would have been able to make between $250,000 to $300,000 more in profit. So that was number one lesson. Know your numbers, know what to look for, measure it, so that you can identify where you're at point A, to identify where you want to be in point B, to close the gap of what are the obstacles and things holding you back. For Russell, the obstacle was not focusing in on the right type of work. Okay. Number two, get your team involved. So he's got a great right-hand man called Kyle. Kyle was super stressed out, and I hear a lot of times, we're probably going to try and interview Kyle down the road if we can get this Facebook Live thing working. But Kyle was, working his butt off as his right-hand man, going out doing the work, estimating, running the jobs, and things of that nature. And a lot of contractors think that, my guys don't want me to systemize things. They don't want to use technology. They don't want to, really help out in making things more efficient from a systematic perspective. They just want to come to work, do the job, and go home. And guess what? That's a load of baloney. Okay. Kyle was pretty stressed out. Okay, and as a matter of fact, Kyle's putting in a ton of time. Okay, a ton of extra time. And he wasn't able to, his home life was being sacrificed, right? The amount of time that he was spending with, or the lack of time that he wasn't able to spend with his wife was putting stress on him, on his family. And I mean, nobody wants that, right? these systems that they put in place, checklists, okay? So it's an electrical contracting company, checklists in place so that they know how to pre-start a job, so that the things aren't being missed. If they're going to put a 200 amp service in, I think most of you guys know what that is, but they're going to put a 200 amp service in, that there's an actual procedure and a checklist, so that, guess what? Oh, it looks like Russell is coming. Oh, that's cool. Maybe we can, awesome. Let's see here. So I'm just going to put it in great. See if I can get this thing working. Maybe we actually will have Russell joining us, which is going to be amazing. Okay, so let me see here. Russell, oh my God, dude, you're here. Love it. So let's add Russell. Okay, hear it from the horse's mouth if we can get this thing rock and rolling. So, hey, Russell, I'm glad you're here because I've been talking about you. I've been talking behind your back here for the last little bit. Now I just need you to join with the camera. And guys, we are going to get this rock and rolling someday. Here we go. Russell, can you hear me? Come in, Russell. I think you just add Russell. Yeah, Stephanie, I wasn't able to find Russell. That was part of the problem. So there we go. Russell, can you hear me? Come in, Russell. I can hear some noise on your end. How are we doing as far as this goes? Looks like he's frozen a bit. I'm not sure how good your Wi-Fi is, Russell, but we're going to break technology today if we have to. So it looks like Russell's frozen there. So I'll continue with the conversation. So one of the things that Russell was able to do was get his team, his right-hand man, on board. Okay. Totally open to systemizing, creating checklists for how to pre-start the jobs, saving a ton of time. And the second thing that it allowed, was it allowed for the office and the field to be in sync with each other. So one of the issues that was happening was that when an invoice was to go out, if an invoice was going out, what would happen is that there would be a whole bunch of communication touch points between the office and Kyle, the guy out in the field, his right-hand man. And this would take up a ton of time. So in them systemizing how to pre-start the jobs, in them systemizing how to finish the jobs, the office staff was able to have a ton of the data needed to go and do the invoicing, okay? So this is huge, guys. You got to understand that systemizing your business and maximizing profits is a huge part of not just getting freedom back for you, making more profits for you, but getting freedom back for your team and your employees. It's so critical that we get our team involved in, Russell says, can you add me again? Yep, I'll try and add you again there, Russell. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, let's see, Russell. How do I do this? I'm going to click on here. Let's see if I can add Russell. Okay, oh, there's Liam. Hey, Andrew, add Russell again. Yeah, I'm trying, Liam. For some reason, it won't allow me to add him. So we are having the Friday, let's see, reply. Yeah, I can't seem to add Russell. I'm not sure why. It's really weird. But let's see, do this, do that. Okay, let's see, Russell. Where is Russell? Russell. Yep, okay, there we go. I've just added you. I'm adding you, Russell. Let's try it again. And we'll see if Russell's Wi-Fi is going to be strong enough. So again, summing this up is, unless Russell joins, is there we are. Russell, can you hear me now? Yeah, not so much fun with the Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's strong enough, Russell. Can you hear me, Russell? I'm not sure. Okay, I heard something. I heard like a mumble. Say something. Come in. This is Papa Teddy Bear. Come in, Russell. Come in, Russell. I don't know if the Wi-Fi is strong enough or not. Maybe that's the problem, Russell. Can you hear me? Can't get that working. I'm not sure what's happening on that front. Okay, so look, here's what we're going to do. Russell, if you have enough data, turn off your Wi-Fi, if not strong enough. Okay, it looks like somebody was saying to turn off your Wi-Fi if it's not strong enough. I'm not sure. Okay, Russell, here's what we're going to do. Okay, can you hear me now? Let's see, he's going to maybe stand right by the box. I don't know if that's going to work. At least we can see Russell moving, so that's a good sign. So there actually is a Russell out there, so that's a good sign. Russell, you're muted, unfortunately. Not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure why either, Stephanie. Let's see what we're going to do here. No, it's okay, dude. It's okay. No problem. No problem. So we'll wrap this baby up. I think, you guys got some good insights on some of the things you need to do. You need to understand your financials. You need to understand your break-even margin and really know what's holding you back. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working, Russell. Not a problem. I know. There he is. At least we can see his car and what have you. No problem. So guys, listen, here's the key. Okay? Think about this. Look back at your week and think about what are some areas where you can start looking at some of the data points to identify what the true problems are, what's holding you back. And one of the key areas to focus in on is understanding your financials, understanding, where you're at from a numerical perspective as far as your profits and different types of jobs. And secondly, make sure you get your team involved. They want to have a better business so that they can have less chaos in the business. Is a better environment that everybody wants to work in. Okay, so and the third thing is understand that creating a system and creating a solution has got so much to do with truly identifying what the root problems are. Okay, guys? So we'll see you guys on the flip side, and we'll go from there. Catch you later. Ciao.